evening, Wig America.
Good morning.
Good morning, Wig America. It's Tatum Reese.
And Gabriela Saliagos.
And we are here with ripping news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. So, we all know there has been a huge debate and controversy as to whether Andrew Jackson, our 7th president, is common man.
The trial will be held tomorrow at 9:30.
And we will be back with exclusive footage of before the trial, during the trial, and we will be doing some commentary about what was happening so you guys can have a full review and get all the deets. See you then.
Good morning, Wig America. The trial is about to start in 5 minutes, and hopefully it will end in justice. First, the prosecution will deliver their opening
Not a
statement.
common man, as he kicked out the tribes, which are regular people. He said no to the National Bank, which was hurting the economy, and he was won forcibly.
Next, the defense delivered their opening.
Andrew Jackson is a common man for many reasons. Some of those reasons may include that everybody was very content with when he was elected president and nobody seemed to oppose. He sees himself as one of the people. He also followed many of George Washington's precedents.
Spanish, you may call the first witness. Your Honor. First, Two Moons was called up to the witness stand, as you can see in this clip.
So, you do know how Andrew Jackson is like kicking y'all out. That's like super messed up, first of all. How do you feel about that?
I'm not happy because we made an agreement and won the lawsuit against him moving us.
As you can see, despite losing the trial, the Native Americans still had to move.
Proving that Andrew Jackson was clearly above the law, and he thought that mentally. Two Moons was interviewed by the defense, the people on Andrew Jackson's side.
Are you a citizen of the United States of America?
No.
Thank you. So where are you being moved to?
Oklahoma, somewhere safe where there's food and water.
So you have access to food and water and a safe place to live, right? So he's just moving you to another place so we can settle these.
Even though they were moved to a place with food, water, and safety, who's to say these accommodations would suffice?
And although they didn't mention this at the trial, the move wasn't even successful. Almost 100% of the Native Americans were killed by by what is called today the Trail of Tears. And this still negatively impacts the Native American tribes to this day. Because of Jackson's above the law mentality, so many Native Americans died, and he should be common man. Following Two Moons, Davy Crockett stepped to the stand.
And we totally accidentally only got the prosecution interviewing the witness.
As a close colleague to Andrew Jackson, if you were in his place as president, would you have gone with or against the Supreme Court's ruling of saying that he could not remove Indian tribes from their homeland?
I would abide the Supreme Court ruling. I don't believe that the natives should be removed.
And as you can see in the clip, although a very close and good friend of Andrew Jackson, Davy Crockett still didn't even believe that what Andrew Jackson did was Davy Crockett went back to his seat. Andrew Jackson, the big king, stepped to the stand.
When questioned about his choices in the cabinet, of course he thought his choices in electing family members was the right one to make. But it really isn't.
We didn't include this clip because
Who cares?
yes.
How do you believe the trial is going on?
I think it's going extremely well.
Do you think you have the trial in the bag?
Well, due to like the things that they said and us gathering that information, I think we got this.
40 seconds remaining.
No, we don't like you.
The trial continued after the recess, and it was time for closing statements. This is what the prosecution had to say.
In conclusion, it was all bias, wasn't really fair, kicked out people that are already there, he was owning slaves, he was doing so many things, and you think he's a common man.
Following the prosecution's closing statement was defenses. And oh, boy was it ugly.
When you say the people, who are you talking about? Citizens or the Cherokee natives that are technically invaders if they're not the citizens of the United States of America?
They were there first.
Is it your turn now?
Surprisingly, that clip was the better of the two things defense had to say. And obviously the Native Americans didn't invade America.
They were there first.
The British invaded America, so I don't even know what she was saying talking about invaders.
Had already owned slaves at the time, so it was just normal. It's like owning a phone now. It would just be kind of normal, you know?
Order in the court, y'all.
Yeah, order in the court. So yeah, it was just normal.
Like,
Right?
what even happened? You saw that the crowd got all rallied up. What did that mean? Please, someone tell us on the defense. What, especially in your closing statement, what were you trying to prove? That was finally the trial was coming to an end, and it was time for the jury to deliberate.
After deliberation, it came out to 6-4, ruling that Andrew Jackson was not a common man.
Oh yeah!
I
You know
mean-
the vibes.
Here, we will have some interviews.
That we took after the trial about what everyone was thinking or saying, and yeah, we hope you have a good day, and we hope you really liked our news show.
How do you feel that you just lost this case?
I feel that the jury was very corrupt. I feel like they paid them off. That's the only way I could have lost. It was a very easy win. But like the morning, but in the morning, I was very sick. I sneezed 3 times.
You're letting your
My leg hurt.
out of your judgment.
I can learn that I should hire my own jury so that they can be that corrupt.
I think that this is completely unacceptable. The jury didn't even know to say. They said the wrong thing. They said something that would make him a common man and said that he wasn't a common man for that reason. This is unacceptable.
Ma'am, her vote was changed
I sneezed 3 times.
to common man.
Okay, well, their argument was completely way weaker than ours. Although she's a bit mad, someone's a bit pressed. Their team disproved themselves at least 3 different times. Go back and watch the footage. Yes.